Hello, hamjamboni, karibu sana. Welcome to the M&D1 Media platform right here, the IA Space 2 studios in Marietta. We are so glad to have you here with us. It is another day that we have a story to tell and two wonderful human beings in the studio with us who have come from a very, very, very long way. I am your host, Diana Korir with M&D1 Media. Behind the cameras is our one and only Chief Engineer, Molo Wilson. One day we'll get him in front of the cameras, but as of today, somebody has to be in the back, making sure that everything is running well. Ladies, welcome to the studio. We know you have a story to tell us today. We're going to have lots of fun, and they say they're going to lay it all out there and tell us their story. Please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from and what you're here to do today.
All right. So once again, hamjamboni wa Kenya bahali mulipo. We thank God so much for this time. My name is Reverend Lucy Wanjiru Gasheru, and I love Jesus as my savior. Mm-hmm. I am in business, but I also serve the Lord with the Anglican Church of Kenya, specifically All Saints Cathedral, Nairobi.
Okay.
That is where I serve the Lord, and that is where I work. But other than that, I am in business. We are in real estate.
Okay.
We build homes for Kenyans and for people who invest in Kenya.
Okay.
And yes, we are here in Marietta.
Here in Marietta.
We are in Marietta. We have just been hearing about Marietta. We have never been here. This is our first time. And we are loving it. Okay, the weather. I am not sure.
It's a little questionable. You will wean you off of it slowly now until you get there.
No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
What is so interesting about this? It's a mother-daughter duo. This is a family business, and we'd like the daughter to introduce herself and let us know who she is.
So this daughter,
yes,
my name is Caroline Wanjiru Gasheru Kirui.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm the daughter to Reverend Lucy and Mr. George Gasheru Mungai.
Okay.
And yes, we are from Soul Merchants. I am married with 3 children.
Nice. Okay.
And we are from Soul Merchants. And so we are so excited to be here in Marietta, in Atlanta. The weather is kicking us, but we are making do with what we have.
You're making do.
Yeah.
I think this is a perfect time to go. I think sometimes people get the fallacy of, oh, it's warm, you come when it's cold.
Yeah.
So that when we tell you we are cold, you know we are really cold. Great. It's so great to have you here with us today. So let us start. We're going to do a mix of things, right? It's not going to be all business.
Mm-hmm.
How did it end up for you two to be working together? Who wants to go? Any of you can go. Because I know business and family not always mixes, right?
Yeah.
I always like to joke and say, I don't think I could work with my husband.
Yeah.
His business style and mine are totally different. He likes to walk around and think. Me, I want to be quiet and think. You know, so it's not always easy. But clearly, you seem to have a great chemistry in terms of business and working together. How did that come to be?
So, I joined the family business 2 years ago. But before that, once I graduated from Edith Cowan University in Australia, I graduated with an advertising and marketing degree.
Okay.
And so when I got back home for holiday, I was like, let me see what is out there. I wanted to work in a media agency. And so I got an interview at WPP Scan Group. And I got hired. So I was in WPP Scan Group for 14 years.
Wow. Okay.
14 years
doing marketing and advertising.
So I started off as an intern and grew to a media director.
Okay.
During that time, of course, I had my babies, and I really wanted to stay home to take care of my third-born baby girl.
Yeah.
And so I resigned. And when I resigned, I stayed home. And during that time is when we were venturing out into the diaspora market. That is Soil Merchants.
Okay.
So my dad called on me and asked me, hey, come tag along and see what we can do.
Nice.
So I joined them in Houston, where we attended one of the events. And so that's how I joined the business.
Okay.
In terms of working with family and working with Reverend and Chairman.
Yeah.
You know, you have to distinguish them.
Yes,
when you're in the office, it's Reverend and
business.
Chairman.
Yeah.
You know, but at home it's mom and dad.
Yeah.
I think they're quite fluid. And so we have a respect for each other in terms of, I come from a place of professionalism. Of course, there's always the outlook of, you're my daughter, and
Yes.
etc, etc.
Yeah.
But when we're in the office, you're talking business.
Business. Yeah.
And so Reverend here is quite exposed.
Yeah.
So we share a lot in terms of ideas.
Yeah.
We build a lot on our weaknesses and strengths.
Mm.
And so I think it's an amazing relationship that we have in terms of how we work together.
Yeah, that is such a blessing. It's not everybody who can say that you work with your parents. Now, she said she joined, 3 years? 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
So clearly Soil Merchants has been around for way longer than that.
Yes.
So give us a little backstory. Where did you start? And I'm not telling you to go all the way back to when you're sitting at the kitchen table, but a little backstory and how the name Soil Merchants came to be.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, Soil Merchants has been in the market for the last 20 years.
20 years. Okay.
Yes, 20 years. And over the 20 years, we have actually done a lot.
Okay.
But the word Soil Merchants is my husband's idea, the chairman. Let me call him the chairman. And our chairman is called George Gasheru Mungai.
Okay.
Before, he comes up with these names. He's very good with the names.
Okay.
Before Soil Merchants, we had a company called Gachewa Motors. And Gachewa Motors was Gacheru and Wanjiru.
Ah.
And so the Gachewa Motors is a household name.
Okay.
I am sure people in the diaspora know Gachewa Motors. They would resonate with Gachewa Motors because we sold cars for over 20 years.
Yeah.
When the market became flooded, we decided to venture into real estate.
Okay.
And it is at that point where he now said, I want to deal with soil. In Kikuyu is teri.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I want to sell teri. And so
I want to sell teri.
Teri.
That's exactly the idea. That's how it starts. I want to sell
teri,
soil teri.
And so that is how he coined the name, came up with the name Soil Merchants. So yes, that was now 20 years ago. And 20 years ago, we began by selling land. We would buy a big chunk of land, subdivide, and sell the plots. Over the years, as we were selling, clients started asking us, can you build homes? And then we said, okay, something we can try. And so we have done gated communities in Kamulu, Kiserian, Kitengela, Ngong, Ongata Rongai. We have done community and gated homes in Nairobi and its environs.
Okay.
And when we were still there then, that is where now the idea to start doing the high-rise apartments came to be birthed. And the Soil Merchants began 20 years ago, and we have done a remarkable job with it.
So how do you move from I want to sell soil to being in the diaspora? How does that come about? How do you, because sometimes when everybody wants to do a business, sometimes people think it has to be this grand thing. I have to start by building the first apartment. That's how I know I'm successful. But how do you take that leap from we are just selling land, going about our business doing this, to now being in a space where you're in all these countries, and not just here in the US, but globally?
Let me say this. We have to start doing business with a global mind. We must stop confining ourselves in our village, in our town. Look at the Chinese. What do they do?
Yes.
The Chinese produces a cup that is sold the whole world. And so even as Kenyans, we need to start going out. When you have a product, stop thinking about Kenya only. And so we decided we have ventured into the apartments. We've gone to this direction. We have stopped going this direction, and we are going this direction. We're putting up high-rise apartments. So what do? We need to start. We have a big group of Kenyans who are out there. So how do we reach them? And we took the leap of faith and took that flight. We never knew anybody. We never knew where we were going. We just attended an event.
Seriously?
Oh, yes.
What event was that?
Quito.
In Texas.
In Texas.
Okay.
Although our journey began in Oklahoma.
Okay.
Is it Oklahoma?
Oklahoma. You got it.
I got it.
You got it.
I got it.
Yeah. You got it.
I got it. We started in Oklahoma, where we were hosted by one gentleman we will never forget. His name is Menja. and he hosted us. And from there we went to Dallas. There was an event of FDK hosted by Grace Chege. You know, Grace Chege, a woman of God, a minister of the word. And from there, we started diversifying our market, and then to Houston and to Chicago. And I thought, we have gone.
That is how you've gone. It's the leap of faith that got you going.
It is that leap of faith. We said, you know what, let me tell you something, because I'm a preacher. In the Bible, there are some crippled, lame men who said, you know what, if we stay here, we will die.
We will die.
We would rather go and die there. And so they crippled and went to the other country, and they never died. So that is the faith that
is the faith that went. Manja, if you're ever watching this, we are saying hello because you're the one who welcomed them, and now they're here back again.
We can never forget those guys.
Manja, we will not. Even me, I will not forget you. I hope I get to meet you one of these days. So tell me, when you joined the company, and Dad said, "Come on, let's go to Houston." From what you're now doing with the company, what's the growth that you have seen? What have you seen that you're like, I didn't know it that way, but now when I look back, I can see that this was going somewhere there. Because, you know, after a while, when you start with something, you're like, let's, as Mom said, it's just a seed that you're putting out there.
Right.
And then when it comes to vision, like, wow, now I went to Oklahoma, Texas, now I'm in Georgia, next you'll be in DC, and all that stuff. But what is it that you have seen in terms of a growth that you can look back and say, this was a great step that I took?
Okay, first of all, my background was advertising and marketing. Now we're in construction. It's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Once when COVID hit, I remember my boss kept telling me, "You need to upskill. You need to upskill." I never understood, what do you mean by upskilling? Okay, fine, I can do what I do and do what I do best.
Right.
And probably polish up a few things. He said, no, you need to upskill. And this is what we call upskilling. Because you're moving from one industry to another
Very different.
You have no clue. You have no clue about it.
Right.
But this is how God works. Before that, I was like, I want to do project management. I want to do my master's in project management.
Okay.
And God led me to doing project management in construction. I did not have an idea that it was because of coming
You'd come to use it.
I'll come to use it.
Wow.
So when I told my dad about the idea, he was like, that's a good direction.
Wow.
And I did it. He did not disturb me. I didn't join the company then. So he allowed me to do what I needed to do. It was an online-based class in the UK. Went to the UK, we graduated, and that is what we call growth. Growth in a different industry. But what I have seen even after coming to join Soul Merchants is that the exposure we have gotten in the diaspora has made us, in terms of our operations, become so efficient. What does that mean? We needed to stop doing things kawaida style, like kienyeji style. And because now we are having a global outlook of things, we are dealing with people who have systems working, efficiency. We needed to be at par with that. And so, based on my skills at working for a global company, doing my master's, I mean, the two merged together.
Was it hard to convince the chairman and reverend that this is the way we need to go digitally? Don't write everything down.
Oh yeah. Even till now, we still struggle. But
we've tried.
But they warmed up to it. But and I give it up to them because they're from the baby boomers generation, and they're trying to adapt to AI and all these things. And I give it up to the chairman because for him, he's always like, let's do AI. Let's check on the AI.
I was going to say, one of the keys to success, especially for those who are our bosses and those who are our elders, is to learn to lean back and learn from the younger generation. A lot of businesses fail in that. You don't want to get on TikTok because you don't want to dance there. The kids are telling you get on TikTok, And so the people who make that leap to transitioning are very successful at it, and also you're building legacy.
Correct.
Which, sometimes people I'm just building a business, and maybe the kids will come on or they won't come on, and that type of thing. So kudos to them for saying, you know what, this is not how we do things, but we will do.
Yeah.
So you've brought up a very good point, which I and Molo really espouse when we do anything we do, right? It's about excellence in what we do. The one thing we have found out is that, especially with diaspora, they may have the passive income and the money to spend, but they want to see where it goes, how you're going. They want to check on it every moment. They don't want, they don't want you to be like, send me cash or send somebody there to get. They want to be able to transact things globally without any issues and that type of thing. So in your process now of construction and how your business model works, if I am here, and you are there, I have a piece of land, and I'm like, where do I start? How do I go about it? How do I get soil merchants to be like, okay, here are the plans, here are what we have, here's how can I check on my project every day? Explain to us a little bit about how your process works.
Okay, so maybe I can start and then Rev can polish onto it. But so as soil merchants, we build on property we own.
Okay.
You have to understand the Kenya market.
Yes.
There are a lot of joint ventures that happen. What does joint ventures mean? I can have a piece of land, like the way we have a piece of land, but because I don't have the finances to build, I look for a property developer who comes and builds on my land.
Okay.
What this tends to, what happens is that I do not know the value of what you're bringing to my land. So this guy who's building on my land, he knows that if I build up a 22-story building, this is how much I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make millions, billions. I don't know that. So once he started, we've agreed on the paperwork. I then realized, wait a minute, I'm being side changed here. I need to ask for more. What happens? We go into court. The construction stalls. So we avoid joint ventures. So we only build on land that we own.
Okay.
So where we're even putting up the apartments, this land has been in our ownership for over the last 30 years.
Yeah.
And so that's number one. So what we do is, based on that, we're already credible.
Okay.
That when we start to build anything, we will ensure we complete it. Because our name and also our money is there.
Is in it. Yeah.
Now, the second thing is, fine, I come and sell you a property and I tell you, I want you to buy an apartment.
Okay.
But you're buying it off plan, right? So what we did is, when we came, we found a lot of hesitancy, a lot of people who had been conned, and a lot of apprehension. So we were like,
both in the Kenyan market and diaspora, or more so?
More so in the diaspora.
Okay.
And so we're like, how do we convince our investors that we are a credible company? Fine, the name Gashewa Motors is there. Reverend and chairman are credible people.
Yeah.
But still, they wanted more.
Yeah.
So we said, we'll know what we'll be doing. We'll be giving progress update videos to our investors.
Okay.
Every 2 weeks. So if you buy and you become, you get into a system. Every 2 weeks, we would be sending you construction videos of where we have reached. We've casted the first floor, the second floor. Internal finishes are here. Walling is done. Just giving you progress update videos for you to be confident and be reassured that your money is safe with us. So we had to do that internally, and so our systems had to change. We had to invest in a lot of tools, technological tools, to be able to do that. But also, we needed to register a company here in America.
Yes.
And so we are a registered company,
a
legal registered company under Soil Merchants LLC.
Okay, great, because that also lends to, again, people buy from people, not just because I've seen you have a website and everything looks good. It is true what you say, there's a lot of hesitancy sometimes because you hear, my money went here and all this stuff, but if you can see it for yourself and you can keep track, then you can, you feel more assured because, sometimes you're so far away. So, Reverend, you, as she said, you don't do joint ventures, you build on land that you have. So do you only build from scratch, or are those that are already available that I can be like, okay, I don't want to deal with the whole process, can I just come and find something ready made and buy from there?
Well, actually we have both.
Okay.
If you want a finished product,
Yeah.
they are available.
Okay.
Of course, a finished product is more expensive than the ongoing.
Right.
So, but we will give you an opportunity. If you want a complete project, you are very welcome to own one.
Right.
But also, if you want to save some money and pay slowly, because the other thing that we have done after looking at the diaspora market is we came up with a plan of allowing people to pay with installments, interest free.
Okay.
Interest free.
Okay.
You just pay 10% of the agreed price, and then after paying the 10%, and not limited to, you can pay as much as you want.
Okay.
You can get into the plan of paying on monthly basis. Our model is so simple and clear. The reason Carol has given is you don't want to spend time in courts.
Right.
In corridors of power.
Yeah.
You want to make progress, and that is why we decide and we choose. That is a question that has come many times. But in the due course, maybe we will look at it. But for now, we want to first of all concentrate and build on what we own, because we are sure we will not vutana
with
anybody.
Yeah, and also that's also a smart business move, because you perfect what you know, and then after you've perfected, then you can venture out instead of trying to, as people like to do, upscale too quickly, and then you realize I can't fit the market. So your business model again. What do you have? Is it and I know you have the one where you build from scratch, so you can say I want a 6-bedroom house, a 10-bedroom house, or whatever. But the ones, let's say, that are ready made, what are they? 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom? What options do you have?
Okay, so currently, we have an ongoing project that has got a studio, 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom.
Okay.
The one that we have completed. And by the way, the reason we came here to the US was to do a handover.
Oh, yes. Some person had
now that 2023 that Carol is talking about came. We were actually on the excavation level, and we have been able to complete that project.
Wow.
And so in Boston and in Delaware, we were handing over. We were giving people certificate of occupation.
Wow.
So you can occupy your own apartment. So that one also had a studio, 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom. We have a few units left. Of course, they come at a premium because, it's done. So the one that we are doing currently, the one that now we would like the people in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, to come in and possess and own is studio, 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom. Now, the studio is going for 3.6.
Okay.
The 1-bedroom is going for 5.9.
Okay.
And the 2-bedroom is going for 7.9. If you want to buy them cash, studio we are selling as little as 2.9.
2.9.
Imagine.
Is the 2-bedroom and obviously the 1-bedroom, but there's 2-bedroom self-contained, meaning they each have bathrooms and whatever, or is it like one? Here sometimes you have the master has self-contained, then the other one kind of has a shared bathroom and that type of thing. What is that?
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to say that. But yes, the 2-bedroom is a master en suite, meaning it has its own all amenities, and then it has 2 baths. You call them here 2 baths.
2 baths.
Yes.
2 beds, 2 baths.
2 beds, 2 baths. 2 beds, 2 baths. So the 1-bedroom has 1 bath. The studio has 1 bath.
Okay.
So the 2-bedroom is quite a family. Sort of a style. Although our project. We call it an investment project.
Okay, why is that?
It is in a good location. Our chairman, when he is investing, one of the things that he talks to himself about is about
talks
location.
To himself?
Yes, talks to himself.
I like this man already.
Location, he mentions location 3 times. Location. So our location is very good. So you can do Airbnb. You can do rental. In fact, as we talk, some of the units that were complete already are being occupied. We are already renting them out.
Okay.
So we like to have the reason the investment property is an investment property is because of the location it is in.
Yeah.
So you can do Airbnb,
Yeah.
rent. You will never lack
You'll never know.
a tenant.
Yeah.
So where it is,
Yeah.
it is within all the amenities are available.
Okay.
Now let me tell you something.
Okay.
You know, people don't know about Nairobi.
Yeah. Even for those of us who have lived in Nairobi, things have changed.
Things
So
have changed.
yes.
We have what we call medical tourism.
Okay.
We have what we call even
So interesting.
Yes.
For us, we hear medical tourism as Turkey and all that, but for Africa, Nairobi has a lot of medical tourism.
You know, I say people don't know Kenya,
They really
but Kenya
don't.
we have medical tourism. We have even what we call tea tourism,
Mm.
even coffee tourism.
Which is what? Where people come to...
chai.
But it's an actual, like...
Yeah, people
come-
go to the tea estates
Wow.
in Kericho,
Wow.
in Limuru.
Wow.
They go and see. We also have what we call transit. You know, Nairobi is a hub. It's placed very well where people from Ghana, Nigeria,
Yeah.
they come to Kenya
Yeah.
to connect
Yeah.
flights.
To go
To
wherever
go to the
it is that- yeah.
Europe, to come to the US,
Yeah.
they come, especially if they're maybe catching up, Kenya Airways.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the other thing that we are also a hub for is education. You know, Kenya is we
is.
have students
It
from
is.
Congo,
It
Brazil,
is.
Congo is Brazil,
Yeah.
you know, Rwanda,
Tanzania
Burundi,
next door.
Tanzania,
Yeah, yeah.
Uganda.
Yeah.
They are in Nairobi.
Yeah.
So these parents, when they come to Kenya,
Yeah.
wanakaa wapi?
Yeah.
Wanataka kukaa kwa?
Don't even forget the technological hub now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
these M-Pesa and
Look
these
at
or-
even Konza. You know, Konza is coming up.
Yeah,
And look at the
it is.
M-Pesa
Yeah.
innovation.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that where what do you call them? The grand midtown apartments are. They are in a central location.
Yeah.
So the location
Yeah.
is very good.
You know, I don't know if you've been hearing this or you've seen it. Somebody has said there started to be a lot of African Americans and expats in Nairobi. Like it's becoming a thing. Like Nairobi, you know, there was that time where you had Ghana and the Year of Return, and people would go to Nigeria and West Africa. But now the tide is turning. Everybody is saying, "I need to be in Nairobi. I need to be in Nairobi." There is is she a singer, Kelis? That has really made
Yes,
Kenya
exposed.
on the map, and people wanted to buy property and all that kind of stuff. And not just because to just buy property, but because, as you say, there's a lot of other tourisms that are happening in there that people may not realize it. And sometimes it's, you know, for those of us who are wenyeji, you get used to. It's just like, this is home. But the people who are coming for the first time, they want to have that security and understanding that, you know, they'll meet people who can guide them, lead them, and so they don't feel conned. So it's important to be able to give your story so that they know if I send them to soil merchants that they are well taken care of.
Right.
So tell me, Caroline, what are some of the, since you are the newbie, you know them, they've been there for a
They've
while.
been there.
What are some challenges and wins
Yeah.
that you have found being in this business, especially construction?
So let me start
Yeah.
with the challenges.
Yes.
Challenges, of course, we are having a lot of competitors.
Right.
From the Chinese.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you're saying locally. You're even saying now. You're saying on a global
Scale.
Yes.
The Chinese
yes,
have come
yes.
in and because they see something in Kenya.
Yeah.
We
In
have-
Africa.
In Africa, who have also just come and saturated the market.
Yeah.
But we still remain resilient.
Yeah.
Now, you see, the model that we have seen them coming in is
Yeah.
they have power in money. And so they will put up a project in less than 2 years.
Yeah.
Fine, you will
Yeah.
buy and enjoy
Yeah.
you'll have your property up and running.
Yeah.
But here's a challenge.
Yeah.
Occupancy will be down because where they're building
Yeah.
is becoming so
Saturated.
People don't want to live there because roads are not
Yeah.
um,
Developed.
developed.
And then, yeah.
And yeah, so you'll buy an apartment,
Yeah.
you'll not get a tenant.
Yeah,
You-
yeah.
I mean, you will get, but it'll take
It
bit
takes
of
a while.
time.
Yeah.
And that's where now our strengths come in,
Coming.
whereby our location
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah.
The roads are good
Good.
because it is right next to the superhighway,
Mm.
the Thika superhighway.
Okay. Which is very important.
Which is
in
very
case you don't
important.
know,
Yes.
it's very important to be by Thika Superhighway.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have roads accessible to town, and also it's very secure.
Yeah.
You can even walk to town. It's very secure.
Yeah.
And so that's what puts us apart from the competitors.
Yeah.
But the other thing also is one of the challenges we have seen, of course, is, we are fighting against companies that have come and cheated people. And
just the perception of the industry, in general. Trying to educate people that we are not all the same. The things have changed. Now there's more transparency. It's hard to fight that.
It's really hard to fight that. But again,
you're in marketing, right? You're in advertising. This is what we do.
And Reverend here is so good with, she's very strong with her marketing. And so we are fighting again, but we remain resilient. We will deliver.
Right.
We keep saying, whether you come or not, whether you buy from us or not. Imagine we'll finish this project, and we will continue as we go along. And it is because of us having been in the business for the last 20 years. We've built financial muscle. We have built a track record with our local investors, but now also our diaspora investors. But I must say, diaspora investors have really supported our project. In fact, they are the ones who have made it possible for us to complete this one. We came and said we will deliver in 2026. But here we are delivering in 2025.
I think sometimes also it's not that. For us, it's not that you don't have the money, you could have the money, right? But it's a sacrifice, but also a time sacrifice. You don't have time to be going there, have they nailed it, or whatever is missing, and that's building a trust with somebody who can help you. That is of utmost importance. Before I skip over to Mom,
I wanted to say, you had a very good thought. About the Americans who are migrating
to Kenya,
and to Africa. By the way, when I was on flight to this place, to the US, I was watching a movie of America going to Africa. Now, Carol has clients who are Americans and they have bought.
They're serious about it.
Oh yes, they have bought
serious.
it. We have clients who have bought into the project, and I'm asking the diaspora if the Americans can see something in Kenya, why and what can't we see? There is something good in Africa. There is something good in Kenya. If these people are saying, okay, you're selling that, I want to be the part of it. And so we don't want Kenyans to be left behind. We don't want our diaspora to be left behind. And so there is, that thing of going back to Kenya. I mean, going back to Kenya. Going back to our roots.
Going back home to Africa, right. Before I come back to Mom, you mentioned something about one of the challenges is being up against like international, other nations like China and whatever. If you could speak to the government, right, and say something about how they can help either moderate that market or give priority to us who are the locals, the people who are here, or something that will be able to make the challenges less. Because I know that is a real thing. Like people are like, oh, they're coming and they're building everything. Do we even own anything? Do we like that kind of thing? Whereby it can help build the trust that there are people who actually know what they are doing. What would you say?
I think, to answer that.
Because now also you have also been outside, right? You lived in Australia, you have seen and you know what can be done and what is possible. We have a different eye of looking at things rather than if, we lived in Kenya and you can be seen as biased.
Right. For me, if I was to talk directly to the government, is to support local companies. And how? Tax. If we want efficiency in the government systems, it's possible in the county governments because these guys get it quite easy.
Right.
Because they are paying cash upfront. We who are local, we are constrained in that. So we go through the process and we wait. In fact, before we broke ground with this project, which we have completed, it took us almost 3 years because the county approvals, all the systems, because we don't have that. We want to go through the right processes.
Right. And we, as the diaspora, would like you to go through the process because we don't want it to be, this and that happened.
Exactly. And so support us, don't frustrate us in terms of trying to do business in Kenya. Doing business in Kenya is uphill
It's
task.
tough. Yeah, I've heard that. I
Yeah.
tried. We have friends who have tried to do it in Kenya. They're like, no,
Yeah.
okay, just cannot do
Yeah,
it.
it's an uphill task
Yeah.
because you have to know who's who.
Right.
You know, and so that's what I would ask for.
You would ask for.
from
So basically, the red tape and the bureaucracies and the permitting and all that makes it hard for local companies to do it, they should try and relax, because sometimes you never know who may be listening.
Yes.
And what is important, we are Kenyans, and where else would you go other than to do it that way? And there is really and not just in Kenya, it really is a thing with like China and all of Africa, because it's the perception that they're trying to buy everything out, and you don't want to ever get to a place where, like, some nations do not allow anybody from outside to own anything, because they're like, what about our locals and all that kind of thing. So with that, so ma'am, I wanted to ask you, what, in all the years of doing this, what is one moment that you are most proud of, that you, if you look back and say, if today I can retire and look back, this would be the moment I would say I saw the turning point, or I will always mark this as the moment that I knew this was going to be what it is, for that matter?
What would I be proud of? It is, number one, building a family business. Building a family business is an ambiguous task. And it is a total sacrifice. But to build a business, a business is to show the world that even families can work. Families can also become mega companies, even in the future. And so, working with our children and being able to understand their temperaments, and being able to understand their giftings, and being able to understand their talents, and seeing where they each can plug and play, gives us an opportunity to therefore build a company based on family. Actually, I am a very keen reader, and I watch a lot of things. And today I saw, as I was just getting ready, I saw a company here in the US. It's a family-owned law firm.
So and so and sons.
So and so and sons.
Yeah.
So and so and sons.
Yes. Yeah.
And they, in fact, I saw them, all the 6 of them,
Yeah.
father, mother, and sons,
Yeah.
and a daughter, I think.
Yeah.
So, and I said, so that is one thing that I thank God for, having enabled us to be able to build a family business. A family business also calls for integrity. A family business calls for trust.
Lots of trust.
Because when the topmost person, who is the chairman, is a man of integrity, honesty, it will trickle down to the rest of us. And so Soil Merchants is built on trust, integrity, and honesty. We mean what we say, and we say what we mean. We don't sell concepts. We sell constructions.
You don't sell concepts, you sell constructions.
Yes.
What's the difference?
A concept is something that it can be in your imagination. And some, we come up with concepts
All the time.
business all the time. But a construction, so to speak, is an actual tangible thing. So from an idea to a tangible product.
Yeah.
And that is what we do as Soil Merchants.
Yeah.
So concepts are good because it is from a concept that you develop an idea and the idea becomes a tangible product. But you can't remain on concept. You need to progress onto the construction or to the manifesting that concept into an action.
So before we go on break, because we do need to take a little break before Molo turns off all the lights and sends us out of the studio. What do you say to the person who thinks you just woke up and voila, it all happened? like, you know, you've been in the game for that long, and people sometimes just think, just tell me how you did it, just tell me how you did it, and I also want to do it. What do you say to that person that you just didn't appear out of nowhere?
I can say that life is a journey, and you cannot wake up today and become me. There is a cost.
There's a cost.
Somebody say it, freedom is not free.
It's not free.
You cannot have freedom on a silver platter.
Yeah.
So you cannot have a successful business
Yeah.
on a silver platter.
Yeah.
You gotta sweat and sometimes sweat blood.
Yeah.
Oof. You know, everything, even our ministry, even the ministry, the work we do for the Lord, it's sometimes very painful.
Yeah.
You sweat blood.
Yeah.
So if you want to start a company,
Yeah.
you must start the company with a vision and with the end in mind. You don't start a company and think, and also this get rich quickly is also what is killing your dreams. You know, you wake up, you want to drive a Mercedes, you want to drive a Prado, you don't want to start by driving a small car, progress to another one. So you can't wake up and go to 22nd floor. You have to start from where we started. Dreams are good because it is the dream that keeps us on our toes.
Right.
But because without a dream, by the way,
Right.
you are not going anywhere. So my parting shot for this time is to let people know that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a stop. And so we began with that one step, and now we are not even 1,000 miles. No. We are far from it, because in this life is about pressing on to the higher ground.
To the higher ground. So you heard that chairman, he wanted to sell soil. And then here we are, right? You're Terry, I'm going to remember that. And he saw the end. Well, he tried to see the end from where he was. And that's why now you can hear the name Soil Merchants, and you can see the work they're doing. And if Reverend and Caroline are saying they came to hand over deeds or the keys to the owners who have bought, right, and who took a faith in them and said, we are going to trust them and they'll come up with something for us. That is real tangible things that they can put to their name. I'm sure I have testimonials that will say, this is what we have done, this is what people have said, and this is what we have. I checked their website out. It's pretty nice, by the way. Whoever did it, I saw the name in somebody like that did it, and they did such a fantastic job. We will be back. We're going to take a short break just so we can catch our breath and share some more secrets off camera. Thank you. Welcome back. We're having a great conversation here with the Reverend and Caroline from Soil Merchants, based in Kenya but work globally. All nations, you name it, wherever you want it, they will find you. I am loving their stories so far. Partly I'm biased because I too am a Christian, and I'm liking the faith conversation that we're having here, because in this business it's also about having faith and trust in somebody, and it's good to know that you can have people who can actually deliver that to you, from a concept to or an idea to all the way to construction, where they actually hand over the keys to you and be like, here's your project, thank you for trusting in us. And they have given us a little bit about their story, how the business model works, what you can find. We're going to list their contact information at the end of this as well on how you can find them. But invite them to wherever you are in the diaspora. You are large and in charge. The first time they say they had come to Oklahoma, they've been to Texas, now they're in Georgia. California is out there, New York is out there. They've been to Boston because they say they've tasted some food out there. DC, Virginia, we can name you all. There's so many of you, but they can find you. If you are interested, you just have to find them and they'll be able to work with you. Soil Merchants is a company that builds not only homes but also high rises that either from scratch or ready made. It's up to you what you'd like to do. If you're the kind of person who be like, I don't have time to deal with this, just give me something ready made, I'm ready to go into business, they have that. Or if you'd like to monitor and say, this is how I want my kitchen, this is how I want my this, and this is how I want this, you can work with them and they'll be able to deliver for you what exactly that you are looking for. So Caroline, how does the process, and actually I'm more interested in like the finishes.
Mm-hmm.
That for me,
Mm-hmm.
I've realized anybody can build a house, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what is important is the finishes.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe to us about your finishes? And I'm talking in terms of tile work. I'm talking in terms of wood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking in terms of paint jobs. I'm talking how can you tell us what Soil Merchant does so that me, who has lived in the diaspora, know this is how I like this is what I want. What do you do for your clients to be able to fulfill or give them the house of their dreams?
So first, let me say we source our materials ourselves.
Okay.
So the chairman will go
Ah.
to China, Dubai, and source for materials for finishing. That
Okay.
is the lighting, the tile work. But we support also local businesses.
Okay.
Back in Kenya.
Yeah.
I would describe our finishing as good. You cannot say your business. You cannot say your excellence.
Right.
Never.
Right.
So we are good. But what we do is we give our investors the opportunity to custom make their finishing. So if you don't want white, you want gray, we give you that opportunity. You don't want what do you call it, MDF wood, we give you the opportunity to do whatever you want. You don't want tiles, you can choose and custom make it according to what you like. And so we've seen a lot of diaspora investors doing that in their apartments because we will give you a basic house, right? Again, our prices are quite affordable.
Yes.
We are not on the higher end
Yes.
scale.
Yeah.
So we give you a basic finishing. So granite tabletops for the kitchen, MDF wardrobes, tiles are good. Of course, we work even for painting. We work with Basco Paints, who are the one of the top tier companies.
Who doesn't know Basco?
Yes, top tier companies. So you can custom make it up according to how you like it.
Okay.
I was gonna say that. What was I gonna say?
You were talking about
finishing. The finishing.
The finishing and the customization.
And the customization.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
Whatever
that is
you're
whatever
dreaming
you're
of is
dreaming
what
of
you
is
get.
what you can get.
Yeah.
But at your cost.
Yes.
It's at your
Yes.
own cost.
Yeah.
Again, the prices are quite affordable, so you now meet the other cost.
And this is what I'll say. I know sometimes when you throw around those numbers of building houses, they seem very ginormous. But again, cheap is expensive, right? So you don't want to make it too cheap so that years from now you're like, oh my gosh, this is coming out and all that stuff. If you're going to do it right. And especially if they're offering customizations, I'd say go for it. Because if you're planning to spend that much money on a house, at least make sure it's up to your taste and to your standards. But I would also like to say, especially because we're here in Marietta, this is also for the diaspora at large, right? It's not just for those in Kenya. You know what you like when you're here, right? Ask them. How can they work with you? What can they do for you? And just work with them, because ultimately they also want to make sure that when they hand the keys over to you, they're proud of what they are presenting. So for me, finishes has always been my thing. I'm always like, because that's when you walk in, you can see from finishes how a project was done from beginning to end. So Reverend, what can you tell us about the real estate market trends that have you seen out there? What have you seen in terms of how real estate and whether it's buying, selling, up, down, sideways, like what is the temperature right now in the market?
Let me say that you will price your product according to the way you have designed it,
right?
Because you want high end, you want very high end, so you have to know, work with your architect,
Right.
and just give them your idea,
Right.
and then they will customize according to your need. And so you can't really say you can't really, we can only say we put ourselves in the bracket of the Kenyans or the people who want to start investing,
Right.
and who want a long-lasting, product.
Right.
So our product and the products that we are putting up are products that have been well thought out
Yeah.
and well constructed.
That's right.
Yeah, so you really can't, so you the market is offering everything and there's a lady who says there's everything for everybody in the market.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you feel like right now the real estate market is still going up and up, like people are still building? You're not seeing a decline, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
we cannot meet the demand. Kenya,
That's how quickly it's going.
Yes, Kenya is still underhoused. We still need a lot of houses. We are so many in Kenya, so we need more houses. It is the muscle to buy that constrains people from owning. Otherwise, if every Kenyan would own a home, this is nothing. This is nothing. But we are still we're still growing. Kenya is a growing market. It's a growing economy, and so there's a lot of potential in Kenya. There's a lot of we still can be able to the market for housing is still there.
I think that you find that even Molo can testify, even here, even just in Georgia, the amount of housing that's going up. Like I just think worldwide, it is it's a market that's really just going up.
Yes.
There is no forecast that is showing that it's going to take a downturn. It's right now it's building. Wherever you can find a space, that's what they're building. And now it's no longer this way; it's this way.
Yes.
Right. And I don't know how long it's been since you went to Texas. Texas, they have a lot of land, so then they have enough space to build. We visited recently a place that was about to build 6,000 homes.
Wow. Yes.
6,000. I was like 6,000. Like you can't imagine it. But the reality is they have done their market research and they have realized it will all go. Because you just don't wake up one day and build 6,000 houses if you know you're not going to be able to recoup your profits back. So this is a question for you. As a woman in real estate, as a woman in construction, right? How do you see yourself inspiring others? Like somebody who will come, and it could be. Do you have a daughter?
Yes.
Okay, a daughter. How do you inspire her to look at you and say, one day I want to even join this field, right? Or apart from it being a family legacy, because mom has brought you in, right?
Yeah.
And now it's for you you saw something in this that inspired you.
Yeah.
How do you see yourself inspiring the next generation of young girls to join, because it's still an underserved market, right?
Yeah.
Not a lot of women.
Not a lot of women.
Yeah.
I mean, you feel quite intimidated. I feel quite intimidated when I'm sitting in in an engineering meeting or a project meeting, and you're counting how many ladies are here, and you tend to find you're the only one. True fact. I'm the only one who's sitting. Not me and the architects, but we are two. Yeah. So out of 99%, 1% is female. So it's quite intimidating. But so how would I?
What would you say to the next generation who is tethering on, should I go into, because right now the thing is AI or nursing and I'm not knocking those fields, please. I'm not knocking you. I'm just saying there's still a lot more fields out there. How do you inspire people to come into this underserved fields?
I mean, you just have to have a passion for it, right? If you don't have a passion for this, I'm sorry, you will not excel. It's not something you can force yourself to do. And then based on that passion, you then diversify or you upskill. So you tend to find that women will be in construction but will be in interior design. There's so much beauty in even the construction, the metaling, the cement that is used, how they, the koroga, the cement, the kokoto. So you have to really have a passion for it. But it's also a very well-paying industry.
Right.
So if you want to get money, I mean, this is the industry.
That's a good motivation.
Yeah, I mean, that's a motivation by itself.
Yeah.
So you can tag team. So if it's interior design, you like construction, try and get into that field, learn a bit about it, because there's a lot of beauty in seeing something being made from scratch and then polishing it up into something beautiful.
I would love to see you going to speak to even whether it's your university or because now you're in the diaspora market, going to allow them to allow you to come and speak into some of these classes whereby it's like, there's this field out here, and though it looks very male dominated, there's a big opportunity for women. I know there's a big push here in the States for to really put women in STEM and to really grow them. I've started to see that some young girls are taking up construction. There's a young lady, her mother is called Eve Kabaya. She goes to Georgia Tech here, and she's actually in construction. And I've seen her in a hard hat and doing all these things, but still, we are still the minority in the field. And we'd like to see more women in boardrooms and, you know, architects and construction and mixing those kokotos. I'm not saying that you're forgetting the boy child. We're just saying we could add a little women flavor into this and be able to still encourage the next generation. Because, as you know, a lot of push right now is towards soft skills, like, okay, learn AI and all that. People forget there's handwork that needs to be done that nations run on. And if one day they flip the switch on internet, I don't know what people are going to.
I'm telling you,
people are going to do.
Very well said.
So, Rev, what does the future of soil merchants look like?
The future of soil merchants looks bright.
Yes.
Because in God we trust.
In God we trust.
Currently, we have that project that is in Gara, but we also have holiday homes.
Oh, okay.
We have holiday homes in Naivasha.
Okay.
So you're there in Atlanta, Georgia, and you've always wanted and wished to have a holiday home to retire. We have a beautiful scenery. We call it Lake View or Clear Lake View Estate. From there, from the top of your house, you are able to see the Mount Longonot or Lake Naivasha. You are able to see the beauty of God. This also, Naivasha has become a hub of tourism. And remember the world, what do you call it? The world what? Safari Rally.
Oh yes.
Yes, WR.
WRC.
Yes, So remember that it is in that with those weekends you can't find anywhere to sleep. So our holiday homes will give people an opportunity to also do Airbnb. So it's also an investment as much as it is also your holiday home. So those holiday homes are 4 bedrooms, all en suite, all of them. All of them. That one we are also giving you an opportunity to finish the way you want. We just do the only thing you can't touch on the structural, but you can be able to do the internally. You can be able to do the way you want, where you want, what you want, and so it's a beautiful investment. So for soil merchants, we are looking at diversifying our portfolio into holiday homes. So that holiday home will have a clubhouse, a common pool. It will have walkway. We realize that here people like, there's a lot of walkway all over. So we are going to have all that, and it's going to give you an opportunity to own a gated community. So we have sold to some diaspora. You can come in, and you will own one. So yes, it looks bright. And we are not stopping, because I said in God we trust. We don't do anything before we ask God. So we do it with a lot of, we are faith-based, and we, as I said, we are, from the beginning, is a leap of faith that we take and do things accordingly. So yes, things are looking good.
And for those of you, as she said, holiday homes, right? It's starting to become cold. So, December is when people want to start, especially if you think of retirement, you want to start spending half your time here, half your time in Kenya. This is a very good opportunity, because especially if they are marketing to the diaspora, they also have diaspora ideas in mind. What diasporans, like you've heard, are talking about the walking paths. We are big on that. We are always sitting down working all day long. So family paths to walk that are safe and all that kind of stuff. So it's worth checking them out. All right. So I have 2 last questions before we call it a day. Legacy. What do you hope to build as the family and business? What legacy do you hope to leave?
Our legacy as a company is about giving back to society. We want to see that as soil merchants grows, we are also growing other souls. We want to have a social, a corporate, what do we call it? A CSR, corporate social responsibility. Not only for us, we also want to educate a child. We want to make us, I say this, I am reading a book which has really impacted in my life. And it talks about not being successful, but being significant. You know, you don't want success. Yes, all of us are successful. You are successful in your own right. But we want to be significant. Now you move from that stage to become significant. And to become significant is helping somebody. It is making sure that you have helped one person and you have made a difference in their life. And so for soil merchants, as we sell, we want to educate, we want to have to be involved. Like when we travel to various states, we identify a group of people doing something, we plug there. And we become part of that group, and we become participants of that group. And so for us, that is what we aspire to do, leaving a legacy, a company that will outlive us. We don't want to die with it. We want it to outlive us. We want people to say this company was started by this sort of people. We are looking at future with lenses, and we are not going to be short-sighted. We want to look at it in long term. And even as I close, it is to say that we offer the diaspora an opportunity to own homes or to own an investment project in Kenya. We are calling upon the Atlanta family, Atlanta, Georgia, family to not be left behind as the train is leaving the station. We also want to live with you so that you can also say Nairobi is still available. You know, somebody said Nairobi waligawanya kama watu wamelala. We have told you Nairobi sasa is available for you to come and get and own something. Don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. I always also say that when an aircraft has an accident, people who are in that aircraft are lifted by another. So don't be afraid and say that you are conned. Nobody is going to con you again. You are going to start owning homes in the name of Jesus. You are not going to be conned. You cannot be working for people. Now it's time to work for yourself. And Soil Merchants is here to offer you that opportunity.
Well done. There's a famous saying that says the best time to plant a tree was yesterday. We will say the best time to own and invest was yesterday, right? So start today, since yesterday is gone. Start today. That was a beautiful closing from Rev. I will give you the parting shot. And two things. What is your last word that you can say to anybody who is on the ledge? Maybe they don't have a lot saved up, or they're like, Kenya, you know, especially seeing that people are leaving the US to go, and not just Kenyans, even US citizens and expats are going to Kenya to want a piece of Kenya. What is your parting shot with that? And then, how do we get a hold of you?
Okay. So, what was the first question?
What is your parting shot? What do you say as a last resort to?
Yeah. In terms of you're on the periphery, and you don't know, you're not sure. Here's the thing. We are giving you first, as Reverend said, flexible payment terms of up to 3 years on this new project. But also, the other thing we will do for you is manage your property for you. It's one
which
of
is big, man.
Which is big.
You want to sleep at night and not worry about whether
you're getting your rent. Reverend normally says something. You have a property in Kenya, you tell your brother or uncle, go and collect from me the rent. You will never see that money, because they'll say, what? I paid for school fees, I took so and so to hospital, I had a debt to pay here. You will never see the money. So we manage the property for you at a rate of 5%. It is quite low because market rate is 10 to 15%. And we don't manage Airbnb, but we recommend somebody who we have worked with to manage the Airbnb partnerships for you. So if you're on the periphery, you please do not be wary. We are not going anywhere. As you've heard, we've been here for the last 20 years. We've been in the industry for the last 20 years. And we are only now going to even go further in this industry. The other question was, how can you be able to reach us?
Right. You know, diaspora is big on that, right?
Yes.
I want to be able to see it. I want to be able to know, even
Yes.
before I come talk to you, I want to do my
Your
homework
own
first.
research.
Yeah.
Yes. Do your due diligence. We always encourage our investors, do your due diligence. Send somebody to the site.
Yeah.
We can be able to provide the Google Maps link. Send somebody to the site. But also, the most important thing is our advocates. Mohammed Muigai LLP. This is a top tier 1 law firm. Mohammed Nyahoga, the former chairman of Central Bank, and Gidhu Muigai, the former AG. So they came up and partnered with a law firm. So they do not take mediocre projects.
Yeah.
They take credible projects.
Yeah.
So you can go to them. They have the sectional title deed. We surrendered. Now let me educate you before we finish.
Yeah. Yeah.
When Uhuru came into power,
Yeah.
he changed things around. Before, if you would have bought an apartment, you would get a leasehold certificate, which would guarantee you nothing. That land would probably have a mother title, which is still valid. The person who owns that property will go to the bank and borrow. Be unable to pay, what happens? The bank comes and
Takes the
repossesses.
property. Yeah.
You had no say. So people really suffered. So he changed it and said any developer who is constructing must surrender the mother title to the ministry through the advocates, of course. And then what will happen is now sectional title deeds will be issued. So we actually are the first to have secured sectional title deeds for our first project in Gara for Midtown Apartments. So we are doing the transfer for those investors who bought in that project. But we also have our website.
The website is beautiful, let me tell you. I've been there, I've seen it, they've done a good job.
Yeah, thank you. www.soilmerchants.co.ke. Our Instagram, social media handles are all there. Our offices, most importantly, we're not a briefcase office. We have an office in Westlands, Krishna Center, Woodville Grove, on 5th floor, suite G18. Yeah.
Well done.
I need to add, I want to add something.
Yeah.
When you go to look for a job,
Yeah.
you must go with a certificate, CV.
Your CV, your resume has
Your
been-
resume, here you call it here resume. So we have our resume, and our resume is still there. Among it is what Carol has said, alluded to, that our advocates, but also interrogate and interact with that CV, which has got our engineers, structural, our architects. Talk to them, ask them what sort of building are these people doing. The other thing that is very dear to the diaspora is that our projects are all insured.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
So you will not lose your money in case a natural calamity or anything happens. But lastly, we are here till Tuesday. So if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, and you would like to come and see us, we are in 5785
Peachtree.
Peachtree, Danwood Drive.
Downwoody.
Danwoody.
Right, right.
Danwoody.
Right.
So we are on, it's 5785
Yes.
Peachtree,
Danwoody.
Danwoody.
Yeah.
So you can see us there, or you can talk to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd also like to say, in the world that we're living in post-COVID, going virtual and doing things online has really opened up the world. You cannot say now, I cannot find anybody. All it can take is a Zoom call or a Google Meet or whatever to make anything happen. So if you one of those people say, I don't have time the next couple of days, that is another way you can find them after this. Again, I say their website is very nice, and I just like the authenticity and the openness and transparency that they have. If you go on the website, I went to their team, it's laid out all there. You know, sometimes you can go to a company and you don't know who does what. You can't even read somebody like, I'm looking for this person. No, it's all there with names and photos. If you walk on the street and say, I know you from this, I saw you. They have laid it all out there. They are not trying to hide things or not be able to, and for us, especially being as far as we are, it is important to know who you get into business with. So as they have laid out their case, Kara and Rev, I'd like to say a salute to Chairman from, you say Terry? From selling that to now here, Reverend and Carol are here to hand out keys and they have given their story. You know who they are. You can find out more about them. But as we are about to sign off and say goodbye, we want to make sure they go and take some local Kenyan cuisine here in Marietta. Make sure they have some warm mbuzi soups to warm them up before they leave. They promise to be back again, maybe in Atlanta, maybe in a different state. But please make sure to get in touch with them. If you are thinking about getting into this, the best time to invest was yesterday. So start today. They're here for a couple of days, but we'd really like to thank you. It's been more than a conversation. It's not just about business. You have heard their story. We have met the chairman, even though we haven't met the chairman, and they have really laid out their case for what you can do if you're looking to enter this market. Thank you so very much. We wish you a very pleasant trip going back to Kenya. I'm sure as soon as you get that, you throw off the cold weather jacket, but that's when we're putting ours on. But until next time, from Molo behind the camera and me, your host Diana Korir, thank you so much for joining us at MND1 Media podcast. Until the next time, bye-bye.
Ciao.
Bye.